They're advocating for free love, don't you see? I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? That's entirely possible, though. Alright. Hopefully a somewhat easier quest here. Hopefully one we can accomplish, you know, now. Thanks for this. Connecting to the network. Were we not connected already? Kinda wish there were invasions in this game. I know it wouldn't work at all. Like, it doesn't make any sense in the game, but like, it'd be, I don't know, you could pretend they're your betrayers or something. Hello, hello, welcome to the amusement park. Here's your stamp card. If you collect all the stamps, you win a free prize. Okay. You'll find the stamps inside the amusement park. Be sure to search high and low. Just between you and me, I hear that the prizes are more than free. They're deluxe. Off you go then. Good luck and have fun. Stamp collecting. Oh, what a hobby. Never really understood that one myself, but, you know. At least it keeps the kids off the streets. Shattered earring. Okay, not a stamp. And by kids, I mean, like, old men. I don't really think anyone else collects stamps. Except my love. Thanks for your shitty jewelry. The only pride parade I've heard of is a gay pride parade, and that shit's gotta burn down from the pit of hell it came from. Well, I don't disagree, but they didn't say they were a pride parade. I may have said that jokingly, but they didn't say it. Tell me if this is too loud. It seems really loud on my end. I like the music, to be clear, but... Oh, hi? Crying machine. Can they do that? So sad. I guess you want a dumb stamp, huh? Fine, I'll stamp it with my tears. You okay? Okay, also, I didn't realize we had to talk to people to get the stamps, so probably there's nothing up here. Yeah, there's not gonna be a stamp up here. They should be banned from public office. I don't know. It's kind of like, where do you draw the line at that point? I don't need any of this. I don't think. We just need a Speed Star updated. What do you mean Speed Star updated? Speed Star is dead. Why would Speed Star be updated? Speed Star is actually... he actually killed himself. Weird. Okay, it doesn't look updated to me. Yeah, it really doesn't look up... but it's over there. It's on the map. Wait. No, that's not it. No, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Speedstar could not possibly have been updated. Oh, shit, that's a lot of stamps. Wow. Oh, there's a stamp in the front we missed. Okay. I see. Yeah, we gotta talk to the robots for the stamps. Cheer up that cute crying robot. He just wants some happiness. Yeah, well, apparently there's nothing I can do about it, so... any of you got stamps for me? Hello? Oh. A dreamy child couldn't help but smile at a city filled with light. From, Don Kudo Fuyori. Okay. Does Don Kudo mean something? Don Kudo? Probably you, right? No? How did I not see this before? Oh! Not all the stamps are from people.
I'll be joining you at Gavinator 5001. Good night, everyone. Nice memeing and communist discussions, everyone. Take care and see you wonderful bitches next time.
Yeah, see it. Sleep tight. Thanks for stopping by. Let's grab the rest of these. You've probably got a stamp for me, right? What are you fucking... Back off, asshole! We machines are alive, you got that? You should die. All of you should die. And this goddamn stamp should die, too. Jeez. Calm down. Wow, we got one crying and one who's, like, emotionally unstable. Well, I guess they're both, but, like, in an angry way.
Bye everyone, see you later, good night.
See ya. Thanks for the sub again, I guess. But yeah, see ya. Have good dreams. If you still get those. Personally, I don't have them very often. I mean, I'm sure I have them. It's one of those things where, like, you just don't remember them. What is this guy doing? Revved up machine. Is this what revved up looks like? Looks like doggy style to me. Thanks. Dello. Oh yeah, hi. This again? Trying to force this meme. Dello. I really don't even understand, like, where it comes from, other than just, like, you mistyped something once and thought it was funny. Which I guess is the origin of a lot of things, but... let me guess, this guy's also... Nope, nope. Seems like the stamps are actually pretty easy to get, because they're either lying on the ground, or more often they're just given to you by some machine who looks out of his mind. Hopefully it's not in that chest, but I really doubt it. In fact, I know that's not the case. Okay, cool. There sure are a lot of side quests in this game. Like, I'm actually surprised how many we've gotten so far. Dude, the movements feel so good. Yeah, whatever. Not safe, I got you. It's just a tank. They don't shoot anything dangerous. Here it is. Still talking about communism? Find me a rational communist. You cannot. I don't think that's true. I think you could find a rational communist. You're just using it... You're misusing the word rational. You're taking rational to mean someone who is correct. If you're gonna say that communism is wrong and then you ask, like, find me someone who's right, who is a communist, then obviously you would be like, well, if communism's wrong, then obviously no communist is right. But, if you're asking just to find a communist who's rational, that's easy. I mean, rational is not the same thing as correct. You can rationally be wrong. In fact, it's very easy. That's a misconception, is that, like, if someone's... It's something I was reading about with Chesterton, actually, recently. Where, there's this conception that if someone's insane, that it means they're irrational. Where it actually means the exact... It often means the opposite. They're actually some of the most logical people you'd ever meet. They view their logic only exists in a closed loop. I think it'd probably be similar to someone who's communist. They could be completely logical and rational, it's just that their logic doesn't extend past a small period, like a small circle of logic. And I don't know if this is actually the fastest way to get to this place, considering I didn't think I'd have to go through this little battle again. Alright. In fact, now I'm really confused as to why these robots want to kill me, but all the other ones in the amusement park don't. But okay, whatever. Also, you remember how early on in the game, we could have killed that tank to stop it from killing us later? Because that might have come up, that was like a thing. I guess that's just not, I guess that just doesn't happen, right? Yeah, I think it's, I don't think you can... I see what you're saying, label an entire ideology. You can say that the entire ideology is wrong, I don't think you could say every single person in the ideology is therefore a bad person, or is therefore an idiot, or is therefore X, Y, and Z. There's a lot of possible explanations why someone could be a, you know, card-carrying communist and not be just evil or just any one thing. You know, they could be misguided. They could be... Well, I mean, like I said, they could be a lot of things. Which is why I would hesitate to actually, like, for real, say, like, strip citizenship of all communists. You know. One reason. An ideology is a codified set of rules. No, it's not. Break time. You have a stamp for me? You have a stamp for me? Creepy machine. Say, you want a stamp? Here, take it. The socialists have been necessary in history for the protection of workers, right? I wouldn't say that necessarily. Necessary is an interesting word, though, so...
この場所、あの女性にお願いされた写真の場所じゃないですか。座標を記録しておきましょう。
Oh. Cool, I didn't even mean to do that one. The world is hilarious. A stamp? Sure, I'll stamp whatever you want. Thanks. Oh. Hmm? Well, I do appreciate myself some Shakespeare. But this is a bit weird. I don't remember this. Oh, fuck. This is a very interesting rendition of Romeo and Juliet, I must say. Really exploring the subtext, really going a direction I've never seen before. Piss it off. It's pretty good. A little simplistic. They all killed themselves, but I guess that's just dedication to the craft. Oh, absolutely, thank you. I didn't know watching this play was required for my stamp. Thank you. How many is that? Didn't actually tell me. Can I go back here? Because it kind of seems like that's where the stamp is going to be. Maybe around the side here? Here? Nope. Really? Yeah, let me try around the back. Here's all the dead people who died from that boss. That's there earlier in the game, you know? Yeah, maybe it's down this way. Although, we can't get in here, can we? Or no, we can get in here, but then there's somewhere further down that we can't get in, right? I mean, maybe we can, though. When you say America doesn't have socialists, what do you mean? Would you classify Bernie Sanders? Yeah, Bernie Sanders is definitely a socialist. There's no one besides Sanders who calls himself a socialist. I live near a college, I can tell you that's false. I wonder if Japs study Shakespeare like we do in America. That's hard to say. You would think he's like one of the greatest writers of all time, so like, oh. Stamp discovered in their body. Okay. You think they would? Because he's one of the greatest writers of all time, like everyone should read him? But by the same token, they'd have to read him in translation, or they'd have to read him with their shitty English abilities, you know, for the most part, shitty English abilities. So, I don't know. He called himself a democratic socialist. Yeah, like, he definitely called himself that. A lot of people voted for Bernie. I didn't, you know. I'm no socialist, but certainly there are people out there who are. In America, you know, just as much as other places. More so than some places. And obviously a lot less than others. Okay, what's with this fucking, like, vomit chain here? I don't like this. I've never been to a carnival that includes fucking underground vomiting piles. Vomiting parties. Also, these guys are fucking real strong, but maybe we just do something like this. I don't know, they're taking a lot to kill him. It's over here, by the way. What was that? I don't know what I just did. Oh, right, this is over here. Okay, maybe we just do this for a second. Can't really comprehend a democratic socialist. How could you not comprehend that? That's pretty basic. I mean, even just using the very standard definition of the words, you could democratic because they believe in voting, socialist because they want social reforms, such as, like, what would you call it? Welfare and stuff like that. Because the democratic part is political, whereas the socialist thing is economic. It's very easy for those two things to exist together. It's just that normally socialist countries are also dictatorships, but they don't have to be. So you know what I mean? Not by definition. Now it normally goes that way because no one really. A lot of people don't agree to the sort of socialistic shit unless it's enforced on them by a fascist. That's not what I meant to say. Unless it's enforced on them by some sort of totalitarian or otherwise big government. But it's not part of the definition. How can you just... Here, wait. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. I mean, we're finally gonna kill, like, one of them. Okay. Let me just get to the other side. So we can just sit at the end and shoot while I read the chat. Oh, hi. Seeing as socialism is by nature violent, that's not true either. It's not by nature violent. Like, the actual definition of it is not. You could say historically, but by nature, I mean, it's just... I mean, Sweden is a socialist country. It didn't become that way violently. So this is a game about killing robots. Neat. Yes. Yes, it is. How can you just pick apart an ideology, though? I'm not picking it apart. That's just basic tenets. The it's separate from the economics is separate from political. Well, yep, I guess let's just do this for a while. Communists didn't storm the Winter Palace. Well, I'd maybe disagree about that. That's just arguing technicalities at that point, whether or not people who craved power at any cost under the guise of communism did that. No, I would disagree with that one. Communism is definitely fucking terrible. I really hope no one disagrees with that one. Communism is like actually evil. But I think when you start saying the people who believe in communism are therefore evil, I think that's just not necessarily true. Right? I mean, you don't know necessarily their reason for it. They could just be stupid. I mean, there's a lot of other explanations. But is communism evil? I mean, absolutely 100%, no doubt in my mind. I don't know what you mean under the guise of communism. It's kind of a weird thing to... People who were willing to do what others weren't and took advantage and exploited others for personal gain. I hope you're not, like, defending communism, because communism as just an ideology doesn't work. And historically has not worked. Wow, this is a fun battle, by the way. Fucking jeez. Well, why are we talking about communism anyway? To be honest, I mean, it's just fucking like... Unless someone really actually doesn't think that communism is bad, in which case that's an interesting discussion to have, but otherwise it's like, what does it matter? The definition of, like the more minute points, if everybody agrees that it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? I mean, unless, of course, we're trying to say kill all communists, in which case then I guess, yeah, the definition is pretty fucking important. But... Hello, I just hate Mark. Oh, hi. So how... to putt end. Oh, I fucking forgot to change the thing on here to NieR Automata. It still says putt. There we go. Oh wait, there we go. Updated. Perfect. They put in their literature that they want to declare violent revolution. Well, I mean, Marx was kind of stupid. I mean, Marxism actually, like, you can say that Marxism failed pretty easily, because Marx actually believed, he did not believe that Marxism, like, that communism was... Thanks for playing. Oh. Oh, okay. He didn't believe in it in the same way as, like, other political ideologies. He believed that it was science. That communism would eventually rise in world powers, and that, like, it was inevitable. And it was wrong. Like, he was just wrong. But that he actually he believed that it was an inevitable fact that the workers would rise up and take this, you know, take the power, and a communist government would form in all the major world powers. And it only happened in Russia, which at the time was backwards, so it didn't fit with his theory. Like, they were all, like, you know, fucking farmers and shit, whereas he was thinking it was gonna happen in, like, you know, big industrial societies. Don't you dare talk trash about Uncle Lenin. Well, I'm talking about Marx right now, but I don't really hold Lenin in high esteem either. Did we get all the stamps? Yeah, nice. Okay, so we just had to head to the front to get our reward. got all the stamps. Great job. Did you enjoy your time here? Or maybe not. Well, it doesn't really matter. Oh, I'm sure you realize that by now. Whether or not you enjoy something simply depends on your own heart. This place is but a mirror that reflects one's true self back at them. Anyway, here you go. 1 deluxe prize coming up. Come again anytime. Fast cooldown +3. And a good bit of gold. Alright. That's okay, I guess. The G is nice. Gold isn't exactly the right word there, but the G is nice. I'll take it. Let's head to Pascal's village first, or for now. Although that's actually where we need to go for like the main quest, so maybe we should go like anywhere else first. Also, can't we teleport with these now? Let's just go there real quick. It'll make things easier. Or is it only certain ones you can teleport to? I'm not really sure. I think you can teleport between any of them now. I think we unlocked that after we found out about the aliens. Still don't understand how it works at all. They sort of explained it, but their explanation doesn't actually make sense. Okay. Let's take a look at the map. 'Cause that map there is kind of hard to read. There's stuff over there. I'm thinking that's underground. We can go there at some point. Probably right here would be the smartest one, because we couldn't find the thing here, but we've got a couple other things going on over there. Yeah, so city ruins near factory. Gotcha. Cool. Do not get confused. I do not agree with communism even slightly. Okay, well, good. The Russians skipped the bourgeoisie republic part. He said it starts with feudal monarchy to absolute monarchy to bourgeoisie republic to socialism to communist utopia. Yeah, well, I mean, he was a little off. Mark, where's the ass? You think I'm gonna tease you all like that? I mean, this is a pure, absolutely pure stream, okay? If we ever self-destruct at some point, then you'll get the ass. I mean, you get an occasional sort of upskirt here. Which, you know, fine. But I'm looking out for you, right? I don't want to tempt you. I don't know if you're in a position where you can successfully fight off those temptations. I don't know if you're in a position to even want to fight off those temptations. I'm doing you a favor, my man. I'm looking out for your immortal soul. To answer your question, though, the ass will come later. I mean, almost certainly. At which point you can admire it, because, to be honest, this is a pretty fucking smoking bod. Oh, hi. These the same guys? No, yeah, they are. Yeah. I wish I could get, like, a good look at them, but, you know, like, while I'm fighting them, I can't... Okay, I want to just kind of look at them for a second. Can we stop here? Like, their getup is kind of interesting. They've got a different uniform than we do. That is a girl, one of them, and the other one seems to be sort of a 9S, similar to 9S model. And yeah, this is definitely the same person, because they got that fucking sweet sword. Ooh. Maybe we'll get it when we actually finish all of this. I really hope so. Also, what's our special thing? Yeah, it's a laser. Okay, well, what a waste. Oh, we need to buy more recoveries. We're really low. Oh, wait! Oh! Nice! Why'd the music stop? Is this an artistic choice, or is this just the game being a game? And messing up. That was an interesting special. Are you actually running away now, or... No, they were just repositioning? It's been a little weird with some of this. I have a feeling they're just going to run away again once we get one of them really low. And there's no way we're going to actually be able to kill them, right? Although that one's pretty fucking low. Hey! Hey! Now, you know, I would feel bad about that, except I don't think we actually had any choice in the matter, and if we do, we'll just not do it next time. You know what I mean? It's fine. I don't care about killing my own kind. What does it matter? Please tell me I get their weapons. Nothing here. Oh! Oh, she's got fucking like 4 of them.
確認逃亡夜8隊の元隊長 8B 推奨捕獲
お前たちがやったのかお願い抵抗しないでください
I'm very surprised 9S is the one saying this. This psychopath is telling us to stop fighting. I agree with him wholeheartedly.
8B は近接戦闘特化型モデル推奨遠距離攻撃による破壊
Okay.
破壊って
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty easy then, I guess. I still want to do it though. I still want to just fight her from close up because it's just better, you know. What? I was doing the move, but it didn't actually seem to be hitting her. There was nothing there. It was just a blank space. Whoo! Yeah, close combat specialist, huh? You're fucking garbage. You deserve to die just because you can't defend yourself. Survival of the fittest, babe. Sorry. It's a robot eat robot world. Or android. Who cares? I know the importance is actually the difference is actually important in this game, but I can't be bothered. Oh, come on. Ooh. Shit, I missed the B attack. Nice! Sorry if I'm just being silent during this, but I love this combat. And I gotta get the timing right so I stop getting these like easy hits taken. There it is. Please tell me I get those. 10,000 G, okay. Oh, a lance! That's not what I wanted.
ブラックボックス信号停止を確認任務完了
僕たち仲間の機体をどうしてこの人たちはレジスタンスキャンプから物資を盗んだりしたんだろうそうだアネモネさんなら何か知ってるかも 2B 分かった
A lot of sad things happening in this game, just on these minor quest lines. We just killed our own, like our fellow androids. Earlier, we raced some guy, so he lost his, and when we won, he lost his purpose to live, so he killed himself. Just all that play, where they were also committed to the play, that they killed themselves and killed each other, like, jeez. If they're traitors, are they really androids? Yeah, I think so, yeah. We don't know why they're traitors. I mean, with this kind of game, it's like probably more than a 50% chance that they have some sort of actually really legitimate reason that if we knew what it was, we would probably side with them, or at least consider. That's how this is going to play out, you know? We weren't given the ability to side with them, but like then later they'll throw that on us and make us feel bad that we didn't, even though we couldn't have, and then in a subsequent playthrough, we might have the option to. Something like that, I imagine. I don't actually mind the public education system, it's just handled in an atrocious way. Oh, so you don't mind the idea of it, yeah, I guess. It is a shitty system. Getting children to think in a common sense direction with problem solving and stuff. The problem is, problem solving has become like a buzzword where, like, all of the shitty education that we have nowadays, they all say that it's, like, it's always marketed as being for the purpose of teaching problem solving. It's not true, but that's what they say, you know? And then if you say, like, well, our public education in the U.S. is shit, like, what are you, against problem solving? It's like, no, I'd really like it if they did learn that. Well, then you should be for our education system. It's like, Yeoman, you gay. Wow, thanks, Nikki. So mean. How come this is like the standard greeting for when someone comes into the stream, is like insulting me? I don't really want to mess with you. I really don't see a reason to. Also, what are we looking for here? 11B's body or something? Some android that, like, crashed down here. We gotta find their corpse. Oh. I think we're going the right way, because, yeah, we should be heading back to where we were at the beginning of the game, because this is the person who died when we, like, crash-landed, you know? When, like, every other android that was with us couldn't figure out how to dodge laser beams with a fucking 5-second charge-up. And shit like that. So we were the only one who survived. So, I mean, I don't really feel bad for them at all. I mean, you know, like, they should have... Didn't they get combat training? I mean, what makes us so special that we're able to dodge to the left and they aren't? Standard greeting for me to friends or people I know is, you gay. What a hostile. Very hostile greeting. But I know what you mean. I mean, you know, a pretty common one, just in general, is like, hey, what's up, faggot? So, you know, I definitely understand. Are there other quests here? It doesn't really look like it. I'm afraid I'm going to be missing something just running through here, but, I mean, this is... I think it's fine. I would teach classical Lockean liberalism for one, Latin, constitutional, and proper citizenship along with math, English. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna homeschool my kids, so I don't really care about the education system too much. I know it's shit, and I know it's probably never gonna not be shit. So, that's that, you know? I would say aid for women with young children unable to work so children don't starve. The problem with that is you've got to remember that any benefits you give have the side effect of being incentives. That's why the current system, as it stands now, women are encouraged to be single mothers because a lot of them do better as single mothers than they do living off of the wages of their husbands. Therefore, encouraging single mothers, which have been shown statistically to be worse for the children in, like, basically every way. And so the children end up a lot worse than if you didn't have those benefits. Can we take a sword? Good idea. Oh. Also, I didn't check out that lance. I should do that. 11B's escape plan. Elapsed time, 2 minutes, 13 seconds. Reactivation complete. A check of my body reveals various failures. Communication functions have been destroyed. I cannot contact my team or the bunker. I leave a draft of this message here as a log. 10 minutes, 13 seconds. I verify the plan once more. Using my supposed destruction in the sortie as a guise, I sever all communication. Then I pass beneath the abandoned factory and escape. Further analysis reveals I took anti-air fire while in the flight unit, resulting in damage to my body. No matter, it can be repaired. 1521, I'm cold. My sensory systems seem to be failing. 3312, noise has started to cloud my vision. Virus warnings appear frequently. It is unclear whether I am infected or if the system is in error. 3321, repairs are proceeding poorly. Perhaps because I am flustered. Pursuers will come if I don't move soon. Was I wrong to attempt escape? 3331. I'm scared. I want to go back to the bunker, but I can't restore communications. 3800. I can't continue. I can't stay here. I have to run. Your squadron was wrong. I have to find somewhere safer. I'm scared. I'm so scared. 4500. Painful. It hurts. Help. Why stop? Who am I? Wrong, wrong, wrong. I need to run.
脱走計画。
重大な規定違反。しかし、当該機体の死亡により、処罰の実行は不可能。
Yorha was wrong, she says.
バンカーにいる 16D に渡そう。
Another little seed of doubt planted, making me wonder about these about the guys we're working for. Yeah, we got a Type 40 Lance, the latest Yorha model. If we upgrade it, it might be good. As it stands now, it's just a worse version of our spear, basically. Still talking about welfare and stuff. I mean, I think welfare should be handled privately. It worked for hundreds and hundreds of years. Well, like, charity was just done through Good Samaritans and the church. And it's only once government started doing it that we got all the problems associated with that. That being that people depend on it because they know it's something they can depend on for their entire lives. And they don't need to really, well, entire lives, who knows. But, like, they know that it's a better deal than working. Because I can't blame them. I can't blame someone who just takes fucking autism bucks instead of working. I can't blame them at all because they're just gaming the system. They didn't make the system. They're just doing the smartest thing available. You know, use their time for something else. Who wouldn't? Ward of the state is better than starvation. Right, but you're also assuming that starvation is just the only other option. I mean, maybe it is, but... I mean, I guess if you were to limit it simply to situations where starvation was the only other option, then it's a little more reasonable, but that's just not how we do it now, obviously. You want minimum wages? Yeah, minimum wages are an interesting thing. Because I'm of the opinion of two things, which seem contradictory, but they're not. I think the idea of minimum wage and of raising the minimum wage is stupid, because all it ends up doing is driving inflation more, which just ends up meaning that money that you get paid is worth less. It's what's happened to Dalton recently. Minimum wage went up. He gets paid the same because he paid a little bit more than minimum wage. He gets paid the same. But now groceries are more expensive. It's only not benefited him. And a lot of people lost their jobs because the companies couldn't afford to pay them the new minimum wage. So they'd rather just have, like, they just not gonna hire them anymore. But, on the other hand, minimum wage as it currently stands in most of the United States, actually all of the United States, is extremely low. Because if you adjust for inflation, the minimum wage over the years, the minimum people should be being paid is like something like $35 an hour. That's how bad inflation has gotten. But when you adjust for inflation, your money goes that much less. How do you phrase that? Your money buys that much less. So I don't know where that makes me stand. People should be paid more, but we shouldn't have the government telling people that? I don't know. On the same token, though, I think people underestimate what you can do with a minimum wage job. I mean, I don't make hardly anything I mean, I only work 3 months a year doing the Alaska thing, but it's not a lot of money. I mean, I've made like fucking, I think it's like $25,000, and that's for the whole year. I live off of that comfortably. I spent $1,500 on a brand new computer. Live extremely comfortably. So, I don't know. The labor unions dealt with that. Labor unions aren't as great as they're shown to be. In a lot of trades, you make a lot more money not being in a labor union. Okay, these seem to be underground. Okay. And the labor unions are also... I mean, I'm not saying I'm necessarily against the idea, although I don't really know where I stand on the idea of unions. But, in practice, they tend to result in shitty workers getting normally decent pay. But not always the best pay. And I really don't like the idea of fucking state-sanctioned unions, where, like, you... To work in that state, you have to be a part of the union. That's fucking bullshit. If you just want it as a choice, sure, you know, whatever. You want to start a union, you want to be a part of a union, go ahead. Required? Fuck right off. You know, like... So you're telling me, you know, like, the union charges $30 for, you know, an hour for this job. And I want to charge only $29. You're saying I'm not allowed to do that legally? Fuck off, you know. Like, I'll do it if I want to do it. Although, unless it's illegal, in which case, I guess I just can't, but... Oh, the dojo guy's got another quest, okay. Oh, we can actually make it right here, can't we? No, we can't. Especially not if we do it like that. That's my main gripe with unions, is when they're required. You think someone would be stupid enough to work for a penny an hour working in a sweatshop like a third world hellhole? Well, people do that, but... I mean, in third world hellholes, they do. But they do survive, so... I don't know. Back for more? I mean, there's always the old argument. There's the simple argument about minimum wage. And that's that doctors don't have a minimum wage. But they don't get paid minimum wage. Because the people need doctors. So, if you have skills that are actually worthwhile, you'll get paid enough. You know, that's the old argument. And it's not a bad one. Simply, like... I don't know. Minimum wage basically only affects unskilled labor. Which, I mean, a lot of people work unskilled labor, so I guess it's not like it doesn't affect anybody. It's level 30, we're level 18. Yeah, like, we seem to be a little under-leveled. I don't know what that's about. Unless these levels just don't mean much, which is very possible, considering we're doing fine. Although we might just be good. I mean, there was that giant guy we fought that I think was, like, level 1. So, yeah, it might just be that. But the levels really don't mean much at all. I mean, it helps that we're not even giving him a fucking chance here. He really does kind of suck. For being like a martial artist master, you're kind of garbage, Servo. Yeah, I mean, this was pretty easy, guy. You happy now? No, now he's gonna go black belt, obviously. Let us discuss the fee. Jeez. Oh, come on, you're the one who wanted to test! Would you truly receive a single request from this old monk? Okay, don't even start with me. Father Servo surrendered all worldly possessions and took numerous vows, yet you would deny him even a simple request? Alright, fine. What do you want this time? One memory alloy and one broken circuit. The world moves ever on, my child, so do not dawdle. Will you stop calling me that already? Let me guess, I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have it. Okay. Mark, you plan to live in a farm when you're married, right? I plan to live on a piece of land that I own and probably farm on it. I don't know if I'll be living on a farm per se. You know what I mean? Oh, so it's gotta be somewhere around there. Okay. Because I might also just be living out in the woods. But, yeah, I mean, more or less. Sure. Working on a farm would be nice. Yeah, but then you have the problem of, Then you have the problem of workers from outside of the country who take those jobs mostly, and then you can give the garbage about people don't want those jobs, but it's simply not true. I've met a lot of people who want those jobs because they want fucking any job in the world because they just want to work, and they can't get them because someone who doesn't live in the country will do it for 2 cents an hour, you know? And not really, they actually get paid fairly well. But less than minimum wage. So I guess not fairly well, but you know what I mean. Fairly well considering. Wait, did we get it? Oh, we got it. Oh, okay, nice, thanks. So... Gotcha. Back to the dojo, which is really just the top of a broken building. Actually, a little disappointed. It'd be kind of cool if there was a dojo now that I think about it. I just need a job to buy a new game console. Well, in my experience, it's not hard at all to get a job, and that's always what's made me kind of wonder about the whole unemployment thing. Maybe I just live in a very good part of the country, but that's not even true, because I just shipped up to fucking Alaska, and they paid for the airfare. So, like... And they would have paid for my equipment. I didn't know that, so I bought my equipment. But they actually... The other guy who went up there, they bought it for him up there, and they just took it out of his pay when he was done. So, like... And they're always hiring, is the thing. And this is up in Alaska, doing that work. I know not everyone wants to do that kind of work, but it doesn't mean that work doesn't exist. Which is always... That kind of thing has always made me skeptical about people saying they can't find a job. I mean, maybe in your part of the country you legitimately can't find a job. Or maybe at least a good job. But I've never had trouble. With very low skills as well. Here's that junk. Can modify himself now. Oh, I see what he's... Oh. Melee defense. Okay, thanks. I don't give a damn about some illegal who needs money. I say deport them, but I don't want Americans to be paid like that. Well, I agree with deporting them. Sure. I actually don't see why that's like a political thing to say. It seems like, of course, you deport them. They're here illegally. I've actually got I know a guy who's a Mexican guy. His dad is like, you know, first generation, and he absolutely hates illegals with a fucking passion. Because he came here legally, which is not easy to do a lot of times. And so he's pissed at people who don't do it legally and are like, you know, siphoning money from the economy. Oh. Interesting guy. I would want the farms to actually pay the workers a decent wage. Well, I mean... The thing is, if someone will like, it kind of goes back to, if someone's willing to be paid that wage, then it's decent for them, right? If they were going to starve, like, if they were being paid a wage where they would starve to death getting paid that much, then they would just starve to death, and then, and then someone who would ask for more would get the job, right? It would fix itself pretty quick if someone was willing to take a starving wage. For the most part, the wage people are willing to take, it might even, sometimes it's low, but it's still like, they're able to live off it, or else they would not be alive. So, I don't know, the live off of is not really, I don't really see the sense of that one, you know. No one's gonna accept a wage they wouldn't be able to live off of. Now, would they accept a wage they might be able to barely live off of? Yeah. And could that be a problem? Yeah. Sure. Especially with the way people treat credit cards and shit. That could be a big problem.